Alrighty, so this next one shows how they could what's it called? Let's see here. It shows how they could use myself as a median to read minds, and they use me against my free will in between each other and use me to pass information, which that's how it started out, and I willingly did that with my friends. But then when we got out here and the police read my mind and knew we were doing that, then they used me against my free will to go investigate other people in the neighborhood, as well as the mobsters controlling me because they did that and they used me as a scapegoat. So, Northampton County, you got a lot of questions you're going to have to be answering for a lot of people after this. I'm telling you right fucking now. But well, anyway, so they were taking my ideas and stealing my ideas. They used to, you'll see in further videos too, I have more explanations on this. It talks about how Joe Biden put mind control machines in the hands of the police officers. It talks about how they controlled my money and which ways they manipulated my mind to control my money, a type of Harley Quinning. It talks about using frequencies that make my mind more acceptable. It talks about how the frequencies are set up, how it comes from a synthetic device, and how the frequencies are stacked to get into your mind. Okay, and it explains a little bit about architecture, not psychotecture, architecture, your environmental architecture. So enjoy the videos on that one. Hey, did you know, speaking of architecture, can you guys control ink in shirts? Because guess what? I did not plan on putting a clown in my shirt. Do you guys see the clown? Oh my gosh. Did you guys know Bubba Pollock's name is Ass Clown? That's his nickname. Alright, so I felt the need to do. They're taking my breath away. Hold on. Alright. Sometimes you just have to let your body relax when they take your breath away, or they won't let you gain it back. Alright. So this morning I wake up. I have a list written. I'm pouring a cup of coffee to do it. I go down and do my laundry. They started tormenting me with the nasal cavity shit, so I did a video about it. And now I'm doing a video about how the little oscillating trick. So I go downstairs to do my laundry, and while I'm down there, it's just intensifying just a little bit by a little bit, and getting a little bit more intense, and a little bit more intense, and a little bit more intense. And by the time I get upstairs, this is what they do, like I said, every morning. They get me agitated until they get me to try to do a dab. You see right here? I have my dabs. There, and this. And they'll try to get me high every morning. And if they get me high, then this machine or this algorithm or whatever the fuck it is tortures me for the rest of the fucking day. It's like a catch-22. They keep pushing me and trying to torture me to smoke medical marijuana, and then when I do, it's like they could channel to me better, or these algorithms will turn on and they just torture me even more for the rest of the day. And it started to happen as soon as I got off the video I just did last. So I figured I'd document it and speak about it, even though there's no way for me to physically prove it just by on camera. Like I said before, I'm going to try to get a Fitbit so I can monitor when they change my vitals real quickly. So then you could see the jumps between vitals, or I don't know if it's a Fitbit, but I'm sure there's some sort of watch that can monitor your breathing, your heart rate, and your blood pressure. I'm pretty sure. Maybe like the speed of your thought, maybe, because they definitely speed my thoughts up and slow them down all the time. So yeah, I could sit there and they'll speed my thoughts up to where I won't notice when I'm going into deep thought. And if it's something they like, they'll turn on my intelligence. Like they have an algorithm, like some sort of frequency that just makes me super, super, super fucking smart. I mean, like super fucking smart. Like I could
it's like string theory hive mind. I could think of anything and I could piece it all together. Like they were nicknaming me the puzzle master because I was putting things together so well. But I think what they're doing is they're putting a bunch of intelligent minds together and then putting me in the middle and connecting me to their minds and turning it on and using the continuous energy algorithms, but in a positive way, not a tormenting way. And they'll put all the entities in the circle, all the people, all the entities, all the ideas, and then it will be the ideas that all these people want to work on together, and they'll use me to put it all together using reading their minds because I could read mine better than everybody else. And they use me against my free will to do it. And then after I'm done, I work out all these ingenious ideas, and then they wipe my mind, and they don't let me keep any of my ideas. I try to write them in my journals, and they won't even let me elaborate in my journals on them. I can only write down like the key points on the ideas I've worked on. I mean, and like some of these ideas are, they're simple ideas, but they're like potential to be million and billion dollar ideas, world changing ideas, all based off of how they could have a mental map of everyone in America or on Earth. I'm assuming they have it on Earth because we're not the only power figure that knows how to read minds or control minds. But but yeah, back in I want to say in April of 2022, I was watching the Tucker Carlson show on Fox, and he was saying that Joe Biden, because of some disinformation act or something, had passed a bill or a law that says it's legal for the government to monitor our minds and our thought processes and even plug and play, which he was describing plug and play as being able to exactly what I was describing in some of my tormentation, like bumpering your mindset back into a set channel or a groove. Basically, all these minds are starting to get smarter and smarter, and and they're trying to keep us in our normal five senses, but our minds are developing other abilities and other senses, and so basically the government's trying to keep us in this box, and this is my opinion right now. I don't know if this is 100% true. This is what I feel and sense just from my last 2 years of living. But I feel me and other individuals possibly in my age group, like millennials, I guess. I'm 35 years old, but I'm assuming that because our minds are developing so well and we're all like in as like a collective conscience, we're all growing together. And because of this, they're trying to keep us at ground level and in a box. They literally control my money. I have proof of it. Like I literally have they would mess numbers up in my mind every single week and use some of the same washing or toggling. Toggling is where they don't necessarily wash an idea out of your mind, but they toggle it back and forth. They go, yeah, yeah, you're right. Oh, wait, no, you're not right. Oh, wait, yeah, you are right. Oh, wait, what if it's over here? Oh, wait, did you think about it over here? And they make up so many different ideas and move your focus and your mind so many different ways after you made a decision on something that it like Harley Quinns your decision, and it doesn't let you it statics your mind, and it takes one idea, and instead of channeling it to one point, it takes one idea and it snowflakes it out like this into like five or six different channels that go and lead nowhere. And then now you just have like this like static in your head, and then like just hold it in there. They hold in the idea somehow with its synthetic frequency, or they know how to like hold your thought in to where you won't lose it. And now you just have like this tormenting thought that doesn't connect to anything, and it just has all these static tails, and they'll just leave it in for a certain amount of time. And then they'll do this when I'm working on homework and stuff. It's like any single time I try to do anything to promote my life, they'll mess with my mind or they'll do something to mess with me. Anytime I try to do something like smoke weed or drink some alcohol or spend my money on ridiculous, useless shit, they turn that fucking frequency on that says fucking buy, 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 do, 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 da, 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 da. They have a frequency that makes me acceptive to everything. Any idea they put in my mind, it makes me want to act and want to do on it. It's some sort of a hypnotic frequency that they use. I don't know how. I don't know what the frequency is. I don't know in what bandwidths it comes in. I don't know how they cascade it in. I know there's a carrier frequency, which carries it from wherever their machine is to my location. There's a hop frequency, which is a frequency that is inside the carrier frequency, which hops it, which will get it to go through into my skull. Okay, so it will pass the threshold or the boundaries of my skull, and then once it's in here, there's another frequency within those layers, which is like a calm frequency, and that is the frequency which you will start to analyze the bands in the third frequency in. The first frequency gets it there, which is the carrier frequency. The second frequency is the hop frequency, which once it's here, it will make it go. It's the frequency that will project the next frequency inside your mind. And then there's a calm frequency that sits inside the hop frequency, and that's the frequencies that are fine tuned to go to certain areas of the mind depending on what frequencies you hit and how you have that calm frequency designed as in you could have it tuned to different areas of the mind. All you got to do is just have a 3D map and three-dimensional analysis of the mind, which is very easy to do if you have a Doppler radar machine that's already using beam forming vectors to channel in on minds. And it's very easy to hold a beam or a direct vector from a radar machine onto a mind, especially when it's continuously thinking, or if you have a subliminal frequency that pings that mind all the time. Now I'm just like a little dot walking around on a map, just like everybody else's mind. Yup. So I'll stop it with that.